Florida's Trump-loving governor, Ron DeSantis, has been viewed by many, really, as the heir apparent to Donald Trump's political apparatus. The polls are showing he is basically in second place right now behind Donald Trump for the 2024 Republican presidential nod. Again, we've got many, many years before we even get primaries there, so we can't count those chickens before they hatch. But polls have shown that he is actually one of the most popular Republicans throughout the United States, second only actually to Donald Trump Jr. So Ron DeSantis may forever be in second place, but he is still leaps and bounds more popular than the rest of the Republicans in the field, and so that's why it's worthwhile to talk about him. It's also worthwhile to talk about the fact that he is currently letting his state of Florida die from COVID. Florida leads the country in hospitalizations. Florida leads the country in COVID deaths, and Florida leads the country in new COVID cases. Last weekend alone, there were over 30,000 new COVID cases reported here in the state of Florida. Over 30,000 in 2 days. And those numbers just keep going up. We have seen an over 4,000% increase from June to the end of July in new cases here in the state of Florida. Hospitals are once again reaching capacity throughout the state. Children are being sent to intensive care units with COVID infections from the Delta variant here in Florida. So how is Ron DeSantis addressing any of this? Well, he made it illegal for any cities, localities, municipalities, school districts to implement mask mandates. So it's illegal in the state of Florida via executive order from Ron DeSantis to put a mask mandate in place in a public square. Illegal, folks, and that's an executive order. He did that on his own, okay? Our idiotic Republican-controlled legislature for once wasn't involved in any of that. He made the decision to say, screw it, you can't protect these children who, again, are starting to fill up ICUs through the state of Florida. We're dying. We are dying here in this state of Florida. And it's because of one man, and that man is Ron DeSantis. And Ron DeSantis thinks that he has the political stamina, the political power to potentially be the next president of the United States. And if you're not paying attention to what is happening down here in the state of Florida, you're doing it to your own detriment. Oh, by the way, and I know I've mentioned this before too, Ron DeSantis is also selling gear that says, "Don't Fauci my Florida." I'm sure that would look good on a relative when you go visit them at a wake, right? That's what you want to see in the coffin from somebody who died of COVID. "Don't Fauci my Florida." This is ridiculous, folks. Ron DeSantis is killing us. And he knows he's killing us. And pretty much based on his executive order last week, he's doing it intentionally at this point. The man is a psychopath. He does not view us as human beings. He views us as political tools to serve his own purpose. And once we no longer serve that purpose, he casts us aside to die. That is what is happening in this state. And yes, that is the definition of a psychopath. And I truly feel that that is what we are being governed by right now in the state of Florida. You may not live in Florida, so you may think this doesn't affect you. Give it a couple years, folks, because this man is not going away. If he is not held accountable for what he does here in the state of Florida, for the people that he is sending to an early grave, if he is not held accountable and voted out in 2022, I can promise you at some point, we will have President Ron DeSantis of the United States of America. We have to hold him accountable now. We have to expose him now, or else it'll be too late. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for fresh content 7 days a week.